You need to unmute, please.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I believe you all had a wonderful day today. Well, not I want to start. I want to start. I want to welcome us to this Wellness Wednesday. It's a great opportunity to be here this evening. I won't be taking much of your time, and I'll be so brisk. I will be so brief so that we can get to the end of what we want to talk about tonight on time. We want to look at the principle of health and how to be wealthy. And I want us to know that when we talk about principles, there are fundamental facts that we need to follow. Is a scientific guide that we need to follow in every facet of life. And for this evening, I'll be talking about the 5 main principles which you can use to guide your health and stay healthy. And also 5 principles that we can use to be wealthy. So for this presentation this evening, I will start from that of health, which is so important. The first principle that I want to talk about that we can apply, I have the practice of good hygiene. A lot of us knew a lot about hygiene, but one of the best ways to avoid getting sick and spreading illness is to wash your hands, which is so important. And I want to identify certain times when hand washing is particularly important to protect your own health and that of others. Number 1, you have to wash your hands after using the toilet. For women that are nursing mothers or people that work with children, you have to wash your hands after changing diapers or helping a child to use the toilet. That is number 2. Before and after treating a wound or a cut, maybe in the house, somebody had a cut or a wound, you need to wash your hand. Then you have to wash your hand when you want to be with someone that is sick. A lot of time we go and visit sick people. Even after leaving the place, we don't use to wash our hands. Before we prepare our food, before we serve our food, even before we eat our food, we need to wash our hands. After sneezing, after coughing, or blowing our nose, we need to wash our hands. These times are so important in the washing of hands. After touching on an animal or animal waste, it's important to wash our hands, and after handling garbage. When you look at these certain times I've highlighted, you find out that if we wash our hands, then we'll be able to avoid the spread of infection to ourselves, to our family members, in the community, and to our loved ones. So the first principle that we can apply is to practice good hygiene. And when I talk about washing of hands, it's not just using water. There's a way you need to wash your hands. You need to apply soap. A lot of people just wash their hands without using soap. It's necessary to use soap. And when you are washing our hands, you need to make lather. And not forgetting to clean our nails. Some people just wash their hands. They don't take note of their nails. We need to clean our nails, our thumbs, the back of our hands, and between our fingers. And at least we must rub it for at least 20 seconds. Then we rinse in clean running water. I remember when I was younger, if my father wants to wash his hand, he will ask you to pour water on his hand as he's washing it. So even if you don't have a tap running, you can do your water in such a way that it looks like it is running water. Then you dry with a clean cloth or a paper towel. That is how to wash our hands. So when we talk of practicing good hygiene, washing of hands is the primary one. The second hygiene I want to talk about is the use of safe water supply. A lot of us, we believe that we are taking clean waters in our houses, How long have we checked our water filters in our tanks? How many years have you stayed in that house? Maybe the pipe that is even bringing in water into your house is already rust and is bringing in a lot of things into the water that you are drinking. We buy pure water, we buy bottled water, we buy dispensable water. Did you even know the source of those water? So a safe water supply is needed to maintain, to be in good health. And so we must ensure that all our drinking water for brushing teeth, for washing food and clothes, cooking comes from a safe source. And there are some that are possibility that your pipe supply has been contaminated. So we need to be sure of our source of water, the pipes and everything in the house. Then the vessel where you take your water, stored water flow, such as the ladle or the bucket, you must make sure those waters are clean. And you must undo water containers with clean hands. Do not dip your hands or fingers into waters used for drinking. So you need a safe water supply. The third principle is that you need to watch what you eat. Good health is impossible without good nutrition. And for good nutrition, you need a healthy, adequate diet. And when we talk about what we eat, the amount we even eat is as much as important as what we eat. Some people, they are already filled up, they are already satisfied, but they still look at their plate and they are saying, hey, this food must not be wasted, though. I must finish it. So they tend to eat more than what they are supposed to eat. Portion control is essential. So watch what you eat, and the amount of what you eat is important. The constituent of what you eat is also important. Not just eating, but eat what is adequate, that contains the necessary adequate diet. I want us to type adequate diet so that we know that you people inside the house are listening to me. The fourth principle is stay physically active. Regardless of your age, you need regular physical activity to stay in good shape. Many people today do not exercise enough. See, exercise is very, very important. A lot of people are not exercising enough, and they are prone to a lot of complaints, a lot of health diseases, a lot of health problems. And I want to tell us that exercise is important because, number one, staying physically active can help you to sleep well. A lot of people, when they grow older, they find it difficult to sleep very well. Try and engage in physical activities. You find out you are able to sleep very well. It helps you to stay mobile. It also helps you to maintain strong bones and muscles. It helps to maintain or achieve a healthy weight. Some people's weight is not healthy at all and is affecting their health. So when you are exercising, when you are staying physically active, it helps you to maintain and achieve a healthy weight. When you are physically active, it lowers your risk of suffering from depression. You see, in the nation of today, the economics that we have, a lot of people are depressed. But I want to tell you that when you engage in physical activities, when you are physically active, it lowers your risk of suffering from depression. Then exercise lowers your risk of premature death. But if you do not stay physically active, you are more likely to suffer from heart disease, to suffer from type 2 diabetes, to develop high blood pressure, to develop high cholesterol, and to suffer a stroke. I believe none of us want any of these things. So we need to stay physically active. And there are different kinds of exercises. We have the anaerobic, we have the aerobic one. If you want to engage in any form of activities, you need to consult your doctor. We have some exercise physiologists. There is a kind of test they will do before you engage in any exercise for you to know the type of exercise that you can do. I remember there was a time I engaged in jogging, and I was dialoguing with an exercise physiologist, and he told me that because you are tall and because of your bone, it's better you engage in walking than jogging. So expertise can advise us on the types of exercise that we can do to stay physically active. The fifth principle of staying healthy that I want to talk about this evening is get enough sleep. Are you sleeping enough? Get enough sleep. The amount of sleep needed varies from person to person. You see, most newborn, they sleep for 16 to 18 hours a day. Toddlers sleep for about 14 hours. Preschoolers sleep for about 11 to 12 hours. School-age children generally need at least 10 hours of sleep. Adolescents need between 9 to 10 hours of sleep, while adults need 7 to 8 hours of sleep. So we need to understand these hours of sleep because it is important to stay in good health. And when we sleep sufficiently, it is important because for the children and teenagers, sufficient sleep aids their growth and development. It helps them in learning and retention of new information. Sometimes when our children comes back from school, instead of allowing them to go for a nap, we give them assignments, homework, and everything. What they are taught in school is not well retained when they are not having sufficient sleep, when they are not getting enough sleep. So getting enough sleep is the fifth principle that I'll be talking about this evening to stay healthy. So in maintaining the right balance of hormones that impact metabolism and weight, sufficient sleep is important. For cardiovascular health, for disease prevention, sufficient sleep is important. I believe we can get the hours of sleep for ourselves based on our age or the category that we belong to. So if you look at this, I want you to type the number of hours that you're supposed to sleep. Now, insufficient sleep had been linked to obesity. It had been linked to depression. It has been linked to heart diseases. It has been linked to diabetes and tragic accidents. You know, somebody that did not sleep very well and is now going from Lagos to Abuja, driving from Lagos to Abuja. Definitely, the person can sleep while driving and it can lead to tragic accidents. Some people might be doing night duty or they are operating a machine. If they are not getting sufficient sleep, it can lead to that. So surely this gives us good reason to want to get enough rest. So I've been able to tell us the 5 principles that are important for us to stay healthy. They are bases that guides our healthy life. You need to practice good hygiene. You need to use a safe water supply in your home, in your offices. You need to watch what you eat as much as making sure it's adequate in diet, and you have portion control. You need to stay physically active as well as get enough sleep. The next principle I'm going into is the principle that you need to follow to be wealthy. But I want to ask us a question. What is your dream? Because for you to be wealthy, you need to be someone that dreams. Not just dreaming, bringing that dream to a reality. A lot of people dreams, the dreams is just in their dreams. They don't come back to pen it down, making it to become a goal for them to achieve in life. So you need to have a dream. So I want to ask us, what is your dream? From the dreams I have here, you can look at it, which one resonates with you. When we are younger, the dream that most of us had then was we want to drive a car. If you ask a young girl, a young boy, you see them either driving, using stick to drive. Ooh, that's a dream. Majority later on, have their own car, while some don't even know how to drive. What is your dream? So I want to talk about the principle you can apply today to create wealth for yourself. And I will be introducing a business opportunity that can help you to make use of this principle to apply it to your daily life so that you can become healthy as well as wealthy. And the 5 principles that you can apply to be wealthy, number 1, you need to have massive goal. What did I say? Have massive goal. I want us to type it so that we know that we are hearing. Have massive goal. Believe it or not, having massive goal is one of the top secrets to success and creating wealth. You need to have huge targets, some of which you may not even achieve, but it's always more feasible to fall short on massive goals than to meet targets that are small. If you want to achieve anything in becoming wealthy, you don't need small goals. Oh, you need massive goals. Because when you face massive goal, you find out that you are able to achieve that when you have a small goal. That is the first principle. You need to have a massive goal. The second principle is that you need to find your purpose first. Number 2, find your purpose first. And that is why I asked you that question. What is your dream? Because when we talk about finding our purpose first, money isn't a purpose. Money is merely one of the means of achieving an outcome that you want. So first, always, you need to identify and highlight your bigger purpose and the overall results you wish to achieve. Then you now consider the money that you needed to achieve that outcome. So if you don't have a purpose, if you don't have a goal, if you don't have a will, then you are not going to, money isn't a purpose. You need to find a purpose first. So having a higher purpose creates an enormous amount of energy and drive within you that makes you to accomplish your targets. So that is the number 2 principle. The third principle I want us to know tonight is that you need to think of money as your slave. Always think of money as your slave and don't be enslaved by it. Most people rank money pretty high up with oxygen. They even consider money to be above themselves or other people. So if you allow money to be the master of you, then you have no control over your money. And if you want to be wealthy, you should be able to control your source of income. So instead, you should making your money work for you. So I'm saying I will make my money to work for me. So think of money as your slave, not of you as a slave to money. And number 4, save money. Have a saving culture. All of us will have an idea about saving that people save because they just save. They don't have any purpose. They don't have a reason for saving. They believe that maybe money is scarce, so they need to save money. Money is not scarce. It's not something you want to hoard. You must have a purpose. You must have a reason for saving. When you want to save, it must be that, okay, I want to pay my house rent. Let me start saving. I want to pay my daughter's school fees. Let me start saving. I want to register in Green Monday. Let me start saving. I want to upgrade. Let me start saving. Your saving must have a purpose, not just that you want to save money. So when you save money, always have a purpose of that saving. Maybe you are saving for retirement, or you are young, and you are saving, you want to invest into education or an asset. And the 5th principle is that you must invest in assets. Assets is anything that brings cash flow. And if you must be wealthy, you must invest in assets. Anything that creates an income for you is an asset. Anything that puts money in your pocket. So for an example, an asset can be a business that you have built that generates an income for you each month, or you have a property that you have rented out to a tenant who pays you monthly for that property. So an asset can also be a camera, a computer that used to generate an income for you. So with any income that you get, always try to save money from that and invest that saving into assets. A lot of people are into networking business, but they don't save into that business. Your network business is an asset. It brings cash flow for you. But if you don't put money in it, the cash flow will not continue. Some in network marketing, we have human assets. You need to invest into them to promote your cash flow. And that now brings me into the cash flow quadrant. When you look at that cash flow quadrant, we see that we have the employee, we have the self-employed, we have the business owners, and we have the investor. You see, those people that contribute immensely to wealth creation are those that are business owners and those that invest. And this evening, I want to introduce you to a business that you can become a business owner. You can have humans as your assets, you can invest into it, and you can become wealthy. Another thing I want you to know is that when you want to enter into a business, you need three things. You need your customer base, you need investors, and you need employees. So I want to introduce you to the company. Known as Green Monday. It is one organization and it has existed for more than 11 years in Nigeria. It is Green Monday. It's also another part of it is A2W, which is an international organization. We have the Marvel natural products, because if you want to go into a business and there is no product, forget it. Also, this company is into vent-to-end. You also make money from vent-to-end. What is vent-to-end? You're able to pay utility bills. You're able to vend airtimes. You're able to vend TV. And from doing this, you are gaining money. And as I'm bringing in people, these people too are doing this and you are earning from them. Because if you want to be wealthy, you need to create passive income. And we have just 5 ways of creating passive income. We have the real estate. It is high capital intensive. We have the paper money investment. That one also is high capital investing. We have the automated business. We have the intellectual property. But the network marketing is the only low capital that the amount of entry is low. So in this company, it is a network marketing company known as the Green Monday, which is this 4-in-1 organization. This is our product. You know, I talk about the Marvel products. It's a natural gift to mankind. We have the reader beaters and we have the reader range of products. How does this product work? You see, we are exposed to a lot of things in our everyday lives, and this causes oxidative stress in our system. When these oxidative stress are now in our systems, it affects various organs in our body, which now brings about a lot of health conditions that we complain about. And people that are around us also complain about these health conditions. But when you now use our reader range of products, the reader range of products mop up this oxidative stress from the body. It boosts the immunity of the body. And from there, the body is able to bounce back health-wise. So I want to tell us this evening that you can give yourself and your loved ones a gift of health. And in doing so, you are building your wealth capacity. You are building your way to passive income. And in the company also, we have solution packs. As of today, the price is, we have the immunity pack, we have the pain and arthritis pack, the hypertension lifestyle pack, we have the diabetes lifestyle pack, and the senior citizen pack. You see, fertility pack, today's price is 65,000. What I want us to know about this company is this. As you are taking care of your health, your wealth also is being taken care of. You know, I was in Green Monday, when you buy any of these solution packs, you become a member. While you are using it, you introduce it to your friend. Maybe your friend is also, your friend becomes a member automatically. From there, you introduce it to another friend that is having diabetes. The person becomes a member. You introduce it to another one. All these ones to introduce it to their friend, and they all buy this solution pack. And from there, as you continue to get in more people and you buy this solution pack, you are maintaining your health, and you are also making money your solution pack. Plan put in place. We want to compensate you for coming on board and for introducing these products to other people that need it. People will pray for you every day for telling them about these products and from learning from you. We have a lot of testimonies from people that have used these products. And I don't know whether we have people in the house. I need just one person that wants to share, to let us know that it is a product that we can tell people about, that we can introduce to our people. Because I want to ask us, who in the house today did not have somebody that has hypertension, diabetes? We don't have people that are staying with us that needs this product. We found out that we have people that need this product around us. So we can come on board with this product, introduce it to our family and friends, and from there, they will also benefit. And we'll be building our wealth base, we're building an asset, and we'll be making our money from the business. So if we have a testimony, I don't know, one testimony, the person can raise, we can raise up our hands to share the testimony. Do you have anybody with testimony before I continue to tell us what we stand to benefit? If there is nobody that wants to share testimony, let me continue. Are you hearing me? It's raining profusely here, so I don't know whether you are hearing me. If you are hearing me,
we're hearing you. We're hearing you.
Okay. So if you come on board, what do you stand to benefit? Let us look at the income types. When you come on board, we have the active income. We have the leverage passive income. We have the passive income. We have the instant reward, the personal bonus, GMX reward. All these are the incomes that you benefit when you come on board. So I don't know whether we have guests in the house. This is an opportunity to build a business and to come on board. These are the registration options. Apart from coming on board using the solution packs, you can also come on board as bronze with 40,000, silver 75, gold 140,000, platinum 400,000, VIP 750,000. And those are the products that the company is going to give you, and you have the profits, retail profits on the product when you come on board. In this business, we have 13 ways that we earn. That's the income that I've talked about. And also, the best level to be in is the VIP. So if you are in the house and you are bronze, let your eyes be on VIP. Let that be your massive goal. If you are silver, be targeting VIP. Gold, VIP. Platinum, VIP is the high rank there. You become the highest member in the company, and also you earn from global sale. As a platinum, you earn, but when you move to VIP, you earn more than the platinum. So the target, the goal that you must have is VIP. So let us come on board
And as you come on board, you know, I was talking about making use of you inviting your friends. That is power of 4. There are a lot of network business outside. They will tell you you don't need referral. Just come in. I want to tell you the fire bone or the bone network of any network business is referral. If there's no referral, your cash flow will become stuck. The human assets is the main thing in the network business. If it is not ongoing, it's like a customer base. If your customer base is stuck, your cash flow will be stuck. So in network marketing, referral is important. And in this company, we make use of the power of 4. You need just 4 of your friends. Then you train them on how to recruit their own 4. You can look at that table. When you start with your 4, the first week, you can give yourself target. You give yourself goal. And you give yourself time lag to achieve these things. And you will see the amount of money that comes in when you project based on power of 4. So when you come into this company, don't forget your goal. Your goal, VIP, your goal is to make sure that there is cash flow, and you have to mentor, you have to sponsor those who are bringing on. Don't leave them there. Work on them, tell them more about the business, train them on how to bring in their own people. And we have product that works. People need to see products. They are outside there. They are buying what they are not supposed to buy. Let us talk to them. Let us introduce our products and let them come on board. And when you are doing it, you see, this is the strategy. When you have your goal, when you have your purpose, when you work on this strategy weekly, can be weekly or monthly. The first 4 periods can be done like that. The next 4 periods can be monthly to quarterly. But the last 4 periods can be quarterly, annually, or annually. What are we saying? I decided to talk to one of my friends this week to come on board. Next week, another friend. And within a month, I have 4 of my friends on board. And at the same time, I'm helping them also in getting their own 4. You target, you plan on how to achieve your dream, not just dreaming alone. And we also have GMX potentials. We call it Dream Monday, avenues to wealth, because the avenues to be wealthy is great here. So this is the GMX potentials. When you do your GMX on monthly basis, and your downlines or your business partners are also doing their GMX, this is the potentials that you can earn. This is real. It's not just there for putting their sake. It's real, and people are earning. And when you become a leader, we have the leadership, rank leadership gifts. I'm a 2-star manager. So that is it. I'm going to 3-star. I will soon be 4-star because I have a goal. I don't know whether you have a goal, but in Green Monday, when you move around, there are gifts for you. As you walk, so also you earn. And we also play. So I want to ask us tonight, are you qualified? Do you have the means, the desire? Do you have the influence? And are you teachable? So for you to be healthy, for you to be wealthy, there are principles to follow. And one of the principles is to create passive income. Not to be a slave to money, but to make use of money and control your source of income. And the way to do it is to come on board tonight through Green Monday as a network business. Create your wealth. And as you do so, people are ready to support. They are ready to spur you on. And I want to tell you, you are in safe hands. If you are a guest in the house this evening, you need to reach out to the person that invited you to know more about this. And I want to tell you, you will have testimony. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. And I pray and wish that we are going to apply the principle. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Pat, for that great presentation. We have learned principles of staying healthy, principles of becoming, how to become wealthy. Let's show some love to Dr. Ogunmola for sharing that with us and enlightening us today. Now, we were not able to welcome our guests at the beginning, but if you're a guest, please, can you indicate in the chat box that you're a guest and tell us who invited you so that we can welcome you properly. We're a community of people that love to have guests among us, and we really don't want you to leave without us welcoming you. So while our guests are indicating in the chat box, I think there's a testimony here. I shall read it from Morenike's Nokia. It said, I introduced Reader Bitters to one of my colleagues who I never knew she suffered from a weak bladder. And on using the reader for a week, she said whenever she feels like going to the toilet, then she starts wetting her pants. But since she started with the bitters, she noticed that it stopped and her boil disappeared also. Reader na baba, oh. Truly, Reader na baba. Thank you very much, Morenike, for sharing that. Thank you. Yes, we have so many amazing testimonies. Sometimes they're almost unbelievable, but they're true because mostly they're unsolicited. So thank you very much for sharing that. Okay, we haven't seen any guests yet, but if you're here and you're a guest, we welcome you very much. We welcome you and we ask that you please reach out to the person who invited you and let them help you to come on board. You can come on board tonight, and by tomorrow, you know, you start sharing the opportunity with your friends. Do we have any other testimony? Anybody who wants to share something about the products or about the business that you'd like us to know about? Now, in the absence of that, I want to thank everyone for being here. I thank you once again, Dr. Ogunmola, for that great time of enlightenment for us, for our health and our wealth. Okay, Emma, can I give you voice? Please share with us. I love what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing you type there. Please share with us.
Good evening, everyone. Yes, I will share details of it. I actually got the person to do a voice note, so I'll share it in testimony group. But it was just shared with me this afternoon. Wow. Okay, the lady had been, she's been trying to conceive herself and her husband and all of that. And she decided to go on the bitters and the cleanser. Well, we know that sometimes it takes a little bit of effort to get the men to cooperate, you know, so she started taking the bitters. Along the line, she added the cleanser to it. And, you know, along the line, she just decided to summon up courage to encourage the husband to join her to take it and to focus, you know, on taking it and the cleanser as well. So, because she said, well, the husband smokes and that she just felt that he needed it, you know, even if he didn't feel that he did. And, you know, I think about 3 months after was when she noticed that she had taken in. And, you know, this was, I think this was very early last year. And the woman put to bed last week. And I heard the baby will be 2 weeks old. Well, maybe last week or upper week. The baby will be 2 weeks old in a few days. I mean, and this testimony was just shared with me this afternoon. And wow. The person that shared this with me actually shared with me about 4 other testimonies. Wow. You know, no, our products are just simply amazing. I mean, I can just imagine she's tried a number of things. Maybe something was just off, and what Rita just, helped to do was to, help to get the body ready to conceive. And when the husband also, joined her to use, everything just worked out as they desired. So we encourage people, couples, waiting couples to use the products together. You never know what could be responsible. So I will have tons of testimonies, plenty. I just said to just share that out of my excitement today. Yeah, so that's it.
Thank you so much, Emma. That was, and I'm looking forward to listening to the voice notes in the testimony groups. So, wow, that's what a wonderful way to end the Wellness Wednesday. So I thank you all very much for being here. And next week we'll be here again, another Wellness Wednesday, another topic, another bout of inspiration. Thank you so much. Good night to everyone, and God bless. Have a wonderful